Here's another piece that you can play. I mean, well, it's called Inquisitor. Basically, sort of like choose your own character. For example, here, basically create your own character. You have different classes here. And I don't know if you ever heard of such games. Diablo, but it's like Warhammer set in a Diablo aesthetics. You have like psychers, which are basically mages in this universe. You have assassins, which are basically, well, as the word describes, assassins. Then you have your typical tanks, paladins. Then you have my favorite battle systems. Each of them is actually really well defined here. Resistance or offense. So let's see. And this game is more specifically true to the soul of what they are, which are like basically hunters. And yeah, so I'm gonna try a rich sister. So apparently, you do have the ones that actually get so close and personal and kills you, but I want to try doing something completely different. I'm trying to run range. And as you can see, she has like her 30s. So yeah, so let's create a character and jump into it so you can see what this game is all about. Hopefully it's not too loud for you because I'm trying right now like half the sound volume.
Inquisitor's log. Classified report, scheduled for later transmission. I am closing on the source of the inquisitorial distress signal I was assigned to investigate. The coordinates I received from the Caligari Conclave led me to a desolate system. There were many delays during the journey. The intensity of the Caligari warp surges is beyond anything I've experienced. These anomalies are spreading through the subsector like a tidal wave. The distress signal has an ancient encryption used by the Holy Odos. It is authentic, but extremely old. The signal is coming from a battle fortress monastery that was likely spat from the warp when the tide of the surges swept through the sector. There is no response to our hailing signals.
Oh yeah, I want you to take a notice how big their ships are. Basically, it's so big it's bigger than the small...
Inquisitor, this is your captain speaking. I'm still trying to hail the monastery, but I get no response.
The hull looks intact though. I think it was simply abandoned a very long time ago.
Then what do you expect to find over there?
Something that once belonged to the Inquisition. And lots of empty halls.
Sounds exciting. I've instructed your pilot to land on the hangar deck.
Stand by and wait for my signal.
Inquisitor, the automatic defense system has been activated. The turrets are attacking you. Do you...
Like we need to survive now. The cool thing is they sort of like write it that she's actually just keeping a diary instead if she dies. Someone's refused to do it, so she basically gonna be explaining to us things that thought of we are basically new.
Captain, do you copy? Captain Von Winter, can you hear me? Strange. Vox communication is jammed, and I can't use my teleporter device. Something must be disturbing my signal. I will record everything in my audio log, in case I don't return. Inquisitorial log. New entry. While attempting to dock in the hangar of an unknown fortress monastery, my transport took heavy fire. I suspect that the automatic weapon systems were activated, but I don't yet know why. The transport has been destroyed, along with my equipment. My pilot is dead. I will pray for him later.
Okay. And as you can see, it's pretty interesting too. And you can see how kind of funny whenever you move your mouse, she's like, oh, I know. Anyhow, yeah. So what you do, you have investigations. You gotta get like clues. This is pretty easy to do. You pretty much just progress, and so it's gonna be clues, and each of the clues you can access and sort of piece out the things yourself. And obviously it's gonna be solved automatically anyway, but you can kind of start already seeing picture before you get all the clues. So let's find out everything in the most where monastery, where does it come from? Is there some traces of better palaces? What happened to thousands of people, the hundreds of subjects? So many questions, but I trust our frozen movements for speed here in the darkness. Ooh, spooky. Then you have the cage. Basically, she quite initially stranded, and she needs to sort of like disable the systems before they kind of communication to ship and come to one with her. Yeah, it's a pretty old game. And then you have the event Season of Judgment. It's like we don't need to worry about this. Tutorials, obviously. Sisters are famous for the which is the Acts of Fate. And basically become like living saints essentially. Like I believe it's here. You become like an angel and go and kill shit. So, but anyway, let's explore. Pretty much, as you can see, like a pretty atmospheric environment. In my opinion. So yeah, let's continue on. Oh yeah, it's like it's an actual head. It's an actual head. Human, still with skin on top of it.
Interesting. Mindless servitors were created for menial tasks, but having a flesh drone just for operating the door seems excessive. Open the door.
There we go. It's pretty interesting. Basically, it's supposed to be a skull, but instead of a skull, it's an actual human head. Yeah, it's pretty gruesome. Let's just say that. Yeah, they explain how objects situation work, which is fine. I don't need that. VR. And obviously, you can like rotate the environment. You can see from different angles. Depending on how you like. For example, you go up, you just turn, you know, you just change the position. So, here is one of those what's called procedures, basically environment.
An ancient cogitator. Let's see if the tech prayers still hold. It might have information about this place.
The voice actress is pretty funny too. I don't know, she has a very, I guess, pretentious, not too pretentious voice, I guess. A high note voice, if you know what I mean. But anyhow, I like how they do it, like here you can like establish holy orders, warning, verifying current status, that collected, last maintenance log, warning, compromise, requirement is this, prayers of maintenance required, as well. Yeah, it's funny because it's like prayers of maintenance, like they don't actually pray, you just like do actions that normal maintenance does, but they just call it prayers. Invocation of bliss recalibrations. Anytime we're going to be making a calibration curve or recalibrating something, we gotta do this. I like it, this is pretty funny.
Just as I suspected. It's a pile of rust. At least I found some interesting diagnostics. I should check all the cogitators on this ship for other details.
So yeah, it's not one with subject. Situation is very important as a ship. And yeah, it was a tutorial about how to do it before. I know we're gonna have a combat unit already kind of played it. Let me put it on 50. Speech, video, sound. Yeah, it should be good now.
New log entry.
And obviously
I have found some
bodies.
human remains. The time of death seems recent. I don't like the look of the marks on the bodies. Something killed them with mindless brutality.
And we're about to find out this mindless brutality. Oh look, you're giving us a weapon. I wonder why.
Oh yes, the perfect weapon to deliver the Emperor's justice.
basically like a. You see how huge it is? This is how it's supposed to be. It's giant ass thing. It's like it does this. You can shoot at things. Yeah. I think it's pretty good sound. You can hear when it's shooting. Yeah. And it is pretty good to also the abilities, but you know. Like this.
Reloading.
Yeah. We give you like, oh, you have ammunition and overheat, so you have to be careful. Here's a little cutscene with one of the enemies in here. Ooh, scary monster.
Creature of chaos, can you withstand my faith?
Spoiler alert, he cannot. There we go. Pretty easy.
An ancient Imperial ship infested by chaos. So be it. Let's cleanse the taint then.
Let's not walk on first because I want to get my monster. And obviously, because any sister battle is supposed to have flavors. You can like purge everything. Funny. Yeah. I do like her flavor. It's sort of very typical. And obviously we have even more
New log entry.
disgusting things.
I found a room tainted by the filth of chaos. There's also a tech priest maintenance shrine with a functioning cogitator. It could contain information on how I could turn off the Vox jammer.
There it is. Rogue Trader request. So the Rogue Trader is a person who was carrying us. Yeah. And if you go to Rome, process initiated, look at priority level requested to license fraternity, awaiting confirmation, her emergency is installed as a handkerchief, and a main cogitator is like control room, or security personnel command. Security system. This is where we find out where we're supposed to go in order to basically override the tool system and teleportation things. Teleportation.
I found new information. There's an emergency cogitator nearby where I could turn off the jamming signals.
Yes. Also that. But yeah, as you can see, it's pretty gruesome. Like bodies. Yeah. And I like how there's like a wooden chair here. Essentially everything is metal and there is a wooden chair. It sort of makes sense. People would want to have it like in the future. But yeah, kind of double sound first again.
Open the door.
It is in the walls now. Everywhere. Taint. In the machines.
By the Emperor. What foul abomination is this?
Basically, the heroes are supposed to be actually
A talking servitor. It might be mind-locked, but this is still unusual.
There you go, she actually basically voiced exactly what I wanted to tell you. But anyhow, we're in a cage, and as you can see, it's already give you all the first clues you get in the first chapter, and she basically describes it as what clues she gathered. So yeah. So for example, if you like forgot what you're doing, you can just go here and like read what you were, and it's gonna bring you up to speed. I like this kind of idea. You don't usually see it. Usually people just update this quest saying go here or go there. Here you just like can read it and like continue from it. Here's our husband, I guess. This is just cultists.
Well met, heretics. It is time for you to die.
Drench me with your blood.
Kill the heretic.
Pretty easy enemy. Just like shells. At some point you can get like implants that will allow you to have like constant regeneration of health, so you basically damage the set by your regeneration, so you can quench impossible to kill. But anyhow, yeah, I feel like the things, as you can probably solve, sisters is like indication of food is in the electric, eventually. Be sure organization. Yeah.
I found a wreck in the hangar. It is a vessel used by the Space Marines. What are they doing here?
Oh yeah, it is pretty cool. You basically can see it here. It is not our ship, but rather ship by well, by other actually.
Finally! That's the cogitator that will disable the jammer. I couldn't turn off the teleportation jammer, but the Vox should be fine now. Captain Von Winter, can you hear me?
Inquisitor, finally! I thought we'd lost you.
It would have been quite convenient for you, I suppose.
Trust me, I'm on your side. I'm not saying I don't want my ship back, but who would clear my name if you died in battle?
Your loyalty is quite admirable, Captain.
Well, makes sense, right? Oh yeah, and that's it. That's pretty much the first mission. And of course you're gonna fight this kind of enemies, which are just, you know, flesh and metal together, which are not like, yeah, they're ugly ducklings, essentially. But you know, it sort of makes sense. And here you have a profile picture of your sister. You get like with each level you get different rewards, and then you need to continue in here, for example. Like for example the second mission which you're doing, and yeah, so this is what's up essentially. So let me know, how did you find this one?